What up, y'all? It's Trent Out Loud reporting live from where I always report. There's an ambulance passing by, but stay tuned. Chaos outside of the Sean Diddy Combs trial. As always, at the end of the day, with something like this going down, I hope you can hear me. We have dubbed this courtroom now the Sean Diddy Combs courtroom. You can see the police behind me. If I want to just make sure that we have stayed connected. All right, Cardell, can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? You can hear me, and I'm not frozen. That's amazing. What up, Trent? All right, everybody, come on in. Tracy, Coney, B. There we go. Mud Crab is here. Hello, Trent. Michelle, Peggy, Beth. What up? Authentic. We can hear you loud and clear. Bah, 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 bah. All right, cool. We have connection. We have liftoff, people. Let's go. Let's go. All right, okay, cool. So, as you know, always at the end of every day, I tell you guys, we're gonna come at you here. Look at the crowd. The sprinters have rolled up. Sean Diddy Combs' kids are leaving. Christian, his mom, the girlfriends. We came at you this morning and let you guys know that there were probably gonna be a verdict today. At lunch, we came out and let you know that there was a verdict. For those of you who may have heard or may not have heard, Diddy has been acquitted on all major charges. All the major charges. He beat the Racketeering Act. He also beat the two SCX trafficking acts under force, fraud, or coercion. That is huge, huge for Diddy. We wrapped at lunch, and the judge said he would like to hear arguments from both sides on why Diddy should be released on bail today. I have everything for you. There's chaos in the back. I'm just gonna let that go through. Look at everything behind here. The police have locked off the police have locked off the street. As always, I'm gonna walk you through the entire day, but I'm gonna just let kind of like this crowd go behind me. Yes, he was denied bail. I think the feds are a bunch of sore losers. Diddy beat the biggest case of his life, one of the biggest cases that this court has seen for somebody on Diddy's level, a billionaire as Mark Garagos, not Mark Garagos, oh my gosh, Mark, my gosh, what's his last name? Mark, no, I know, I'm running a blank because I'm all excited. Can somebody tell me in the chat what Mark's last name is? I don't know why I'm running a blank. I said his name 100 times already today. Mark Garagos is Tenny's dad. Agnifilo, sorry, Mark Agnifilo, because Mark Agnifilo. Mark Garagos was in the courtroom today. I was actually speaking with him. He came to see Tenny. I always mix up Mark Garagos and Mark Agnifilo. So yes, as Mark Agnifilo said today, sorry Mark, I know you guys watch the pod, watch the show. Sorry for forgetting your name. You know I love you, see him every day. He shouted me out one day. He's like, yo, Trent, thanks a lot for being here. So anyways, Mark Agnifilo said this is the government targeting a black successful entrepreneur. In his closing arguments, people said he went too far. And look at today. Maureen Comey put on an entire argument on why Diddy should not be let out. And regardless of what you guys think, if Diddy should have beaten the charges or not, the point is that Diddy has beaten the charges. He will not be facing a RICO charge, and he will not be facing an SCX trafficking conviction. He is only guilty of the Mann Act for Jane and Cassie. Let the man go home. You have held him for 10 months. Let that man go home. The Abercrombie guy got a bail. Let him go home. Again, as I say all the time, I'm not here to say whose side I'm on, if Diddy should FaceTime or not or whatever. I'm still going to take you through the whole day. I'm going to stay with you guys for an hour and a half, but just want to jump in to talk about what just happened in this courtroom literally 10 minutes ago. I was right in there with the entire family, and the whole lunchtime and the whole afternoon, everybody was so happy. They were feeling good. They were feeling positive. And most people came to the conclusion, just let that man leave, man. He literally woke up this morning not knowing if he'll ever see the light of day, facing life in prison. And you're telling me that a jury of his peers of the Southern District of New York finds him unanimously not guilty on RICO, unanimously not guilty on SCX trafficking under force, fraud, or coercion. And you're telling me after all of that, you're telling me you can't let this man just go home? The jury has spoken. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be sentenced or whatever, but I don't think it's fair to keep him on bail. Or people have done far worse things, and they have been allowed to bail. I just don't see it. I'm gonna go to the, all right, you guys are letting me know it's Agnifilo now. I hope it's not freezing. I'm not seeing any comments coming through. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, so I know it's Mark Agnifilo. Sorry, I'm confusing with Mark Garagos because he was in the cafeteria today and I was talking. I confused the both of them. Both really great lawyers. As of right now, Mark Agnifilo is king. Mark Agnifilo beat Sean, was able to help Sean Diddy Combs.
I flew girls out before myself. That's what that is.
I know, but I know.
Girl? No, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying, no, that's fine, but I'm not saying that he shouldn't be sentenced. Don't get it confused. He was found guilty. He's going to be sentenced. Yes, there was time served. But I'm talking about bail. I'm talking about bail. I'm talking about, he could get probation, but I'm not even talking about probation. I'm not, that's what I'm not talking about sentencing, y'all. I'm not talking about, he was found guilty. He should be sentenced. He will be sentenced as of right now. They said I'm jumping a little here, but they said he's going to be sentenced October the 3rd. Fine. However, as of right now, that man is no longer guilty of RICO. That man is no longer guilty of SEX trafficking, Cassie, or Jane. And you're telling me you're still denying him bail? Stick with me. I'll let you know all the reasons why the judge said that he denied bail. Just my opinion, how I see it. You should let that man live. You should let that man out. You should let that man be released on bail. Let him come back for sentencing and serve his time, whatever the sentencing is. I don't know if he gets a year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. I'm not talking about sentencing. I'm talking right now about bail. I feel for the family. You guys, I told you guys this earlier today. His mother was in there. His kids are in there, and even Mark. Oh my gosh, what's his last name? Oh my gosh, tell me Mark's last name again, guys. Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo. Mark Agnifilo was pulling at the heartstring of the judge, begging and pleading with him. He even pointed to the twins. He said, "Sir, I hate to do this, but those twin girls there just lost their mother a couple of years ago. They don't have a parent. You're holding this man on bail because the prosecution are sore losers."
I think they're gonna give him time served. That's why.
Now listen, hey, what's up? Now listen, people are outside of Twitter. There's a lot of stuff going on. This guy here has a point. He might get off on time served, and maybe it's better to just keep him in and let him serve his time now. He's gonna have to serve more time than 10 months. Maybe keep him in now and have him serve his time. But that's not the conversation. The conversation is bail. What do you guys think about bail? How I see it now, just being in the courtroom, seeing the feeling, seeing the family, seeing everything that everybody's going through. My initial just instinct would say, yo, this man woke up today facing life in prison. He almost lost his whole entire life. The jury was hung yesterday. They come in today for 45 minutes and they find him unanimously not guilty of 3 major charges, SEX trafficking for Jane and Cassie. And you telling me you can't give that man bail? Like, this is crazy. And I understand that he may have done some things to put himself in this situation, but I feel for the family, man. I feel for his mom. I feel for the kids. I feel for the family. This is a tough thing to swallow and thing to deal with, man. I don't know how y'all feel about this. People, let me just go quick. I don't normally go to the comments this quick, but yeah, free Diddy, bail. Somebody says give him 20 years, no karma. Say I agree. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Diddy should get bail? I agree. Somebody says this is Cassie, I don't know what that is. Sorry. These crimes are not real. He's not a good person. But just look at the other, some saying he's violent. Some people say no bail. No bail, yes. Some people saying yes. All right, I guess it's tied. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting caught up in the emotion of being in the courtroom, but yo, Diddy did not get bail. I think after having these 5 huge charges linger over your head for 10 months, and we're gonna go through all the reasons why the judge felt like he kept him, like he wanted to keep him. I'll tell you all the reasons why. Mark said they should let him go. I'll tell you everything that the government said of why that he should stay in. My feeling is that the government are just being sore losers, and Comey has a lot to answer to, bringing forth these kind of charges. A lot of people feel like they overcharged him, and I feel like Comey is just trying to save face and trying to keep him inside as long as she can so she doesn't look bad for losing these three major charges. Bringing these kind of charges, how you not give this man bail, man? That's tough, man. All right. Yes, so for those who are just logging on right now, Sean Diddy Combs this morning beat the RICO Act. He beat SCE trafficking, Jane and Cassie. However, he was found guilty on the Mann Act for Jane and Cassie. And this afternoon at around 5 p.m., the judge once again denied bail, saying that he was a violent person. The judge, y'all know me unfair, the judge did bring up some good points. One of the strongest points, I'll just jump to that now. One of the strongest points that the judge brought up was the fact that he put hands on Jane June the 8th, 2024. That was only 3 months after they raided his house. Diddy knew that there was an investigation and he continued to have freak-offs with Jane, which is not a problem, but he put hands on her. We saw pictures and we saw video of Jane. Just let me finish, bro. I want to talk with you, but you're sidetracking me. He put hands on Jane and there was pictures and videos. Diddy has never denied that. If your three houses gets raided by the federal government and you know that they are watching you and you know there's an active investigation and you go and put hands on somebody, they're gonna use that against you. And that's one of the reasons why they want to keep him and not give him bail. At the end of the day, yes, he had a major victory, but however, he is still a prisoner and he is still found guilty. And they're gonna use every single thing against them. That was just one of them that, as much as I feel like in my heart, and just maybe I'm being sensitive towards the family and towards the kids or whatever, but again, Diddy should have played his hand a lot smarter. The minute even before the raids, Diddy knows that they were after him, all right? He should have been acting and walking around like a model citizen. If I were him, I wouldn't be doing no freak-offs. If I were him, I would take one girl, move her into my house, and not do anything, knowing what was in Cassie's lawsuit. Don't forget, Cassie's lawsuit came out in November 2023. The raids didn't happen until March 2024. Diddy should have been using his head and not be putting himself in these kind of situations. He shouldn't have been doing these DRUGs and having Jane around and putting himself in a situation. I told you guys earlier today that he might even face state charges for what he did to Jane that night on June 8th. It's been testified, and that can be used against him. So right away, just Jane alone, he beat that case. He beat the charges today, but it could still be brought against him in state court. And by the way, not the SEX trafficking, but the DV in state court. He put hands on Jane June 8th. That's what she's testifying to. And he could be brought up on charges on DV. The statute of limitation has not passed. It just happened in 2024, okay? So there is that. The judge brought it up. Another one of the reasons why the judge brought it up and said, I'm not going to give you bail, which is another stupid move by Diddy. His defense team, Mark, Tenny, all of them, they all said, yo, your house got raided. They're going to come and arrest you soon. This is in September, a couple of weeks before September. They said, we would advise you to come to New York and be ready to turn yourself in or ready to make yourself be arrested. That's why Diddy checked himself into the hotel. He thought he was gonna turn himself in, but the night before they came and arrested him. Was that wrong or right? That's up to you guys to decide. However, when they arrested him in his hotel room, they found that he was setting up to do another freak off for potentially call Cowboy for Angels, which is what he has been charged for, which would be, somebody selling themselves. And they also caught him with his Gucci bag, which has DRUGs in them. So that is two examples of Diddy not necessarily being on bail, but knowing there was an active investigation on him under the RICO Act with DRUGs and with having women and paying people for SCX. Why, if you're under investigation, will you be doing that? That is one of the two biggest reasons why the judge says, yo, I'm not giving you bail because when you're under investigation, you were doing these things. If I send you home now, what's to say that you won't go and use these services? And again, it's up to you guys to decide if it's illegal to use these services or not, because these services are available, so why shouldn't he be allowed to use them? Why don't you arrest the services? But that's just a rabbit hole, because the services are dancing. Diddy was using these services for SEX, but let's just not get into that. So those are two big mistakes. And also, too, y'all know that when he was in MDC, he was calling Don Richard, and he was allegedly kind of like badgering people. So they're saying that because he is a violent criminal convicted, that's the reason why he shouldn't get bail. It's up to you guys to decide what you think about that. But again, I jumped over a little all over the place to just give you guys the tea right away. Let me do what I normally do. I'm gonna break down the entire day for you from this morning all the way till now at 6 o'clock. It was a huge, huge, huge day. Let me give my man here 2 seconds quickly. What was your question, bro? Because you might help me.
No, I'm sorry too.
I just wanted to finish that.
No, I didn't
What
mean
was your
to
question?
interrupt
Because it might help them.
Yeah, my question is, how did the judge, because you brought up something.
Yeah.
The judge said he used the fact that he had assaulted Jane
Yes.
as one of the reasons on why he wasn't going to give him bail.
Yes.
My
June
question-
8th.
June 8th.
Yeah.
My question is,
Yeah.
you took out something outside of the actual case
Yeah.
and made
It doesn't matter.
but I mean,
Yeah.
from what I know it doesn't matter. 'cause
And
you're
it's
the
not
judge,
outside
though.
of the case. She testified to that. It's in the case.
I'm speaking in specific to the charges. What I'm saying though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm speaking.
Yeah, but now you're moving the goalpost.
No.
She testified to him putting hands,
Go
and
ahead.
the evidence of her having a black eye was in evidence. And also, Mark Ignifilo, in his closing statement, said he put hands on Jane. He is violent. He actually
So
brought that up.
Let me ask you.
His own lawyer said he's a violent person. This is DV. Don't charge him for SEX
I
trafficking.
agree.
So they
my follow-up
admit he was.
question- let me ask a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Why they didn't have a domestic violence charge, assault charge in this?
Again, you're moving the goalpost.
No,
We're
I'm
talking
asking.
about.
I'm not. I'm just.
But it's because the feds want to put him away for life, so they want to give him a RICO charge. The point is that we're talking about bail, and we're saying we have reason to believe that you are a violent person. Your lawyer said you were violent. Your lawyer admitted to you being violent with
Right.
Cassie. We have pictures of Jane saying that you're violent, and your lawyer said at closing, he is violent. That doesn't mean that he is a crime boss. So because they have it on record, they're like,
Got
yo,
it.
you're violent, we can't give you bail.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah, no. I mean, I wasn't there, so I was just
Yeah.
asking.
Hey, I'm with you. I think they should give him bail, but
I'm just
Diddy-
trying to. I'm just.
Diddy's
I'm just
to
trying
blame.
ascertain.
Yeah,
I'm not,
exactly.
I'm impartial. I'm agnostic.
Yeah.
To
But
the-
Diddy is
the
to
whole
blame
thing,
also
though.
too. The minute you
Yeah,
there
yeah.
a raid, bro, the minute you come and you raid my house,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
I'm changing my number. No more
100%,
girls are coming
100%.
over. I'm not doing no
I was
DWG,
just when
nothing.
I heard you say that, I just
I
was
got
wondering,
you.
like, wait a minute, was that?
That's why I'm gonna. That's why wait, guys. I'm gonna take you through. See, he had the same question he asked. What are some of the other reasons? And I have a lot more other reasons. The judge gave a list of reasons. I'm gonna take you through today.
Thank you for that.
No problem, brother. I'm gonna take you through today and walk you through 4 reasons like this. Is why I like to be diligent and take you guys through the day. I'll answer all your questions on why he didn't get bail. For those of you who think he should get bail, I feel you. However, y'all know I always talk both sides. Part of me feels 100% he should be let out on bail. The other parts is, yo, he should have thought smarter. He should have been more diligent. He should have been acting like a model citizen, and then they wouldn't have any reason not to give him bail. All right? What up, brother? You good?
Yeah.
Respect, brother. Respect. All right. Let me walk you through the day now. Okay? I know everybody is thinking about what's going on. Let's backtrack to the morning. I did a live at 7 a.m. We walked into the court around, I think around 8:30. All right. I'm going to get to your questions and statements. Okay, guys? Hold on. Somebody said they want to see. Yes, there's still madness outside. All the sprinters are still here. The cops are still here. Content creators are still here. They locked down the door. The family, I don't think has left yet. Okay. Let me just clean this quickly here. All right. So, Diddy's family walks into the courtroom today. They walked in very somber. Yesterday, hey, Will Wallace, thank you very much for the super chat. Handle y'all business, homie. Be safe. Why does everyone want to interrupt somebody obviously going live on the side? It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, exactly. No, this is my guy right here. He just wanted to ask a question. He knows I'm in the courtroom, have information. I just asked him to give me 2 seconds to finish, and that's why I brought him in. I love the people listening to my lives and asking questions. It's all love, all right? But thank you for the super chat nonetheless. Appreciate you. All right, hold on, here we go. All right, so Diddy's family walks in this morning just to kind of give you guys, get you guys in the mind state that Diddy's, yesterday they had 4 verdicts, and they were hung on RICO. That's how the morning started. And all night yesterday, all the Oh, everybody's looking at, there's mad helicopters. Yo, this whole area is like locked off. Police have locked off the streets. There's a helicopter. Why is everybody looking like so crazy over one helicopter?
The family right there.
Oh, the family. Okay, okay. I thought they were looking at the helicopter. All right, the family is leaving, guys. That's the family leaving. There's Justin. There's Quincy. There's Carlito or Charlito. Are you guys seeing that? Charlucci. There you go. Quincy is mom. All right, things are gonna quiet down now that the family has left.
Do you think as time went on, Diddy generated some support, like more people than
Way. When I first came out here, there was not this much support for Diddy, trust me.
Favor of him being,
Yeah,
you know,
1000%.
it felt like it was more.
Yeah.
Like as it went on.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Here, guys, these are all the media tents over here. That's CNN.
I said, yo, Smack
Yeah.
Daddy coming home. He's like this. I got to record.
There's mad Diddy support out here right now, guys. Mad Diddy support. So here's the tents there. That's CNN, TMZ, CBS.
Dad coming home, he said.
That's right. That's right.
Don't walk out that courtroom like that, boy.
That down, yeah.
What is wrong with you? Don't walk out that courtroom. Smack Daddy coming home, he said. I can't wait to load it right now.
That's,
I'm happy.
That's the twin, though.
Yes, I'm happy.
You guys want to continue seeing? Do you want to continue seeing, or should I keep on with my day? Do you think we would ever get Bond? You guys want to see more or what? Okay, I'll let you see a little bit more. Hold up.
My friend said they was calling you Drake, though.
Yeah, all the time. Drake looks like me, okay? I don't look like Drake.
Yeah, you older, that's right.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I say.
He's like, come on.
When they say I resemble somebody, I'm like, no, they look like me. I'm older than been on the planet first. How you feel? Enjoy your fortune going. Smell the shit on the table. You want to eat?
All right, there you go. Please continue. Okay, you guys want to keep on seeing? All right, okay, cool. I'll keep showing you. Hold up. Start giving me messages if you want me to stop, okay, guys? But I'll go back. Here you go. I'll try to put you all a little higher. Please don't swear. I'm going to get flagged on YouTube. Please. I know I can't tell you what to do, but just please. Appreciate you. There you go. That's probably his mom and the first sprinter leaving. There's his mom. That's Diddy's security guard in the front. There you go, guys. Now the family's leaving. Things will calm down now. We'll be able to have our block back.
As soon as he said, all rise, Diddy got up, sat back down. He said, based off the third party's letters, right? Cassie and Nashville, long letter.
Not a real job.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They said that they scared for their life and everything. So now they keep them in here now. You don't get out until.
You guys want to keep on seeing? Do I keep going? Somebody said more oil? That's a press conference in the back. All right, I'll let you guys see more. That's the media tent. I don't know what people are still staying out here for, but the family's going, what's up, brother? Just be careful what you're saying, because I'm mic'd up and I'm on YouTube Live right now.
All right, I know.
Yeah.
Me and you had a little discussion on Courtroom Street a couple of days ago.
Okay. Was it a good discussion?
You said he was going to walk.
Okay.
That's what she said. I just wanted to hold that. I just wanted to remind you of that.
Okay. Oh, Charlucci is still out there. All right. There's nothing much else going on, guys. Are we good? Please start talking. All right, thank you. Okay, so let's get you back on track now. Someone said go. There is no press conference. No, this is everything that's happening here. Like that's it. All right. So somebody said we good. Thank you, because I'm tired of holding that up, and I really want to talk to you guys. All right, let's get to the day. I'll walk you through the day. Yeah, okay, I'll walk you through the day now, okay? So again, the day starts out with Diddy's family feeling as if they were a little defeated yesterday, but they stayed very positive. And again, I'll just remind you, they started off with 4 verdicts and 1 hung on Rico. A lot of people, if you watch CNN, if you watch Fox, if you watch News and Law and Crime, whatever you're tuned into, a lot of pundits and a lot of like legacy media were feeling, even TMZ, who's newer media, I remember watching Harvey saying he doesn't feel positive. Yesterday, the lawyers didn't seem positive. The family didn't seem positive. I reported that. As always, I kind of stayed on the fence. I'm like, I really don't know how to read this. And this morning, I gave you guys a lot of different possibilities on how Diddy could beat some of the charges, okay? So Diddy's family walks in, they stay very positive. His mom, I wrote this as a joke, but his mom is wearing a new wig, but she looks very, very positive this morning. Diddy walks in with a smile on his face, bigger than usual this morning. I felt maybe it was a little bit coerced by his team to say, listen, you don't want to look defeated. A lot of people were reporting that you look defeated. So Diddy came out this morning with a pretty big smile on his face. But again, it looked to me like it was his lawyers. Be positive. Your kids are looking. Your mom is looking. Be positive for them. He had a big smile on his face. Normally he comes out and, he gives this heart sign and he taps us like this. But today he came out with like a big smile, like, yeah, I got this. I got this. I think there is a couple of new family members there today. I think his mom, maybe his mom's sister or something. There's a couple of like older people. Again, we had no clue this morning that we were going to get bail, right? Just keep in mind, I'm taking you through the whole morning. This is still 9 o'clock. Not bail. We didn't know that we were going to get a decision. Okay. Early in the morning, Diddy's team was huddled around talking. Diddy was sitting at the table by himself this morning. Again, they have no idea. All they knew this morning was there was a count on 4 verdicts and the Rico was hung. Diddy looked like he was hanging his head. He looked a little bit defeated, very opposite by how he came in. He came in very, very positive, sitting at the table, looking defeated by himself. Then all of his kids come, Justin, Christian, Quincy. They all brought their girlfriends. It was a packed house with his family. Then Diddy turns around and says, all my family is here. Would I be able, I think I got a super chat. Pamela says, there's a press conference in a few minutes. Yeah, the press conference is right, The press conference is right here, okay? This is the press conference. Tune in right here. Trent Out Loud, okay? If there is anything that's going on, I'll run over there and bring it to you guys if there's a press conference, okay? Just hold up 1 second. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys over there. Hold up, guys. Maybe. Don't let anybody come to this spot, okay? Oh, they're not gonna, I can go in the crosswalk. All right, guys, I'm gonna bring you to the press conference, okay?
That's good.
NFL leadership level.
Oh, wait.
Yo.
What is happening? We got the music too. Oh, she's showing her ass.
Nobody else is coming out. Who's coming out? Who's coming out? The mom? I saw a bunch of white people.
Okay, we can't even hear this. You guys want to continue
Yes, I want
staying
to
here,
break
or
up
should I go
because
back
it's
and
gonna end
continue?
soon because
You
my
guys want to
break
stay
time
here? We're good. Me too. I'm good. Thank you. Let's get from here, okay?
I ain't been there.
That was the little press conference, all right? Somebody said stay, go back. Hold on. You guys want me to stay or go back? Talk to me, people. Go back, stay there, stay there. Okay, I'm going back. I'm here listening to y'all. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Somebody up there talking?
Yeah, Mark Garagos,
Garagos?
Tenny's father.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Guys, he's not that disappointed. I don't know where you're getting your news from. He's not angry. People are posting that he's so angry. We've seen Diddy angry, okay? We've seen him at the Intercontinental Hotel. We've seen him angry. I saw him no reaction. No big deal.
I do hair. I had a salon 16 years. I know.
There's. All right, there we go. There, they're leaving. Don't forget, Mark was a consultant. Mark was consulting with for his daughter Tenny. Here's Mark. Later, Mark. Appreciate you, bro. I was just speaking with him in the cafeteria.
Break all this down, put them in piles on the sidewalk.
Oh, no more barriers, officers? Thank the Lord, we're free to move around again. Thank you. Yay. Bam, 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 bam. Anybody else talking? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see if anybody else is talking. Hold up. No, Marshall's. That's it. Hold on, Diddy's publicist is out there. I know, she's leaving too. Hi, how are you?
Oh my God, I was looking for you.
You want to take a picture? Go ahead. You want to take a picture? Well, here, your camera.
Oh,
No.
no.
There you go, here we go.
Wait.
Turn the camera.
Oh my God, I was looking for
There
you
you
all
go.
day.
What up? Trent out loud. Thank you. All right.
Why not let you be on me?
Okay, so should we leave here now, guys? Should we leave? All right, we're good. We're going to go back over and talk. Press conferences are done. All right. Whoop, whoop. Anything else that's happening, y'all let me know. I'm here to serve you. Thank you so much. It's my security over here. My security kept my spot, you know? They ain't playing around here. Trent out loud security. Yeah. I've been reporting here for weeks, every day. Yeah. All right. Okay, I am back in my spot. All right, yeah, the police are taking down their barriers. I think things are gonna calm down a little bit now. All right, so where was I? So this is, everybody's in, horn noises. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so let me get back here now. So all Diddy's sons come in, they bring all their girlfriends. This is a packed house. This is the most family I've ever seen. Diddy's mom brings like like her sister or something there with her. Okay, something's going on. Oh, that's crazy girl. I heard earlier somebody was like spraying baby oil all over themselves and stuff. Craziness. Okay, so so then Diddy turns to the marshal. He's not allowed to do this. What's up, y'all? He's not allowed to do this. And he asks the marshals, he says, "Can I say a prayer?" And I thought this was really, really good of Diddy. Not necessarily good, but I thought it was strong of him in this moment, right before he's finding out what his fate is going to be, for him to turn around and say he would like to lead his family in prayer. I thought was a good sign of leadership. He didn't say, "Mom, say a prayer." He didn't say, "Kids, say a prayer." He said, "I would like to turn around and lead my family in prayer." I have a lot of respect for that. I thought that was really good. I don't know what it's like to face the federal government on a federal prosecution. Just give me my card so you can check out the pics.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. I appreciate the help, bro. So he said, "Yeah, I'd like to lead my family in prayer." The marshals say, "All right," but kind of like quickly. So Diddy stands in front of his family in the bench. I'm right at the bench, right behind them. Diddy bows his head and he says, "God, watch over us and help us stay strong. God, watch my family. He said, God, bless the heart of the jurors. God, we pray for a not guilty verdict, and God, may you bless my family. Amen. That was all Diddy's words, all Diddy's leadership. I commend him for that, for being a leader in the face of a federal prosecution. I thought that was really good of him. Sorry, I'm just moving my camera real here. I want to also make sure you guys get to catch what's going on behind me. So Diddy started off the morning for four verdicts. We don't know what the answer is, and hung on Rico, and he led his family in prayer. As soon as he was done, his family started clapping. I've never seen somebody clap after a prayer, but I think they were more clapping that he was being strong and that he was showing leadership in front of his 6 children, in front of, what's her name, Dana Tran, who's the mother of baby Love, his mom, his aunts, his brother-in-law, his nephews. I've told you guys this every day. I sit one row right behind his family. His family are such nice people. Everybody says that in the courtroom. We have lunch with them. We're in the same cafeteria. They are so nice. They do not have to be nice to us. We sit down here and talk about Diddy. Some of us favorable, some of us not favorable. They understand that we have a job to do. You know, a couple of them have said, listen, we watch your show, we like it, you're fair. You know, when you talk about the prosecution, did a good job, they did a good job. When our team doesn't do anything, we respect you. They are very, very nice. Diddy's mom is very nice. I found out today, I never even knew, she's 84 years old. 84, Cynthia Thomas. Trent, you're doing a wonderful job. Love what you're doing. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, you know, so just really, really, really nice family, okay? So they clap, you know, thank you for, you know, leading us, Diddy. That's how I felt. At first I thought, that was a little bit awkward. I never heard anybody clap, but I think they were clapping for his leadership and for his bravery, standing up and leading them at a time like that. The judge did not come out. They just brought Diddy out, I guess, to see his family. They did not bring the jury out, or they did not bring the judge out. Diddy now is going to go back down into his cell, waiting for any more jury notes or jury instructions. Something to note, I've told you guys for the past 2 days that Diddy has had 2 books in his hand, almost carrying it around like a Bible. I knew it wasn't a Bible, but today... Oh. Oh, I appreciate you, bro. Okay, sorry, there's something else going on. I think there might be another... You guys want to go to another press conference? You guys want to go to a press conference?
I've been in security.
Yeah, that's my security right here, yo. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you, brother. All right, I'm gonna take you guys there. Somebody said yes, yes. Somebody says no. Let's go, guys. I told you I'm your eyes and ears. I'm bringing you the emotions and the feeling of being right here. Let's see who's talking. Who is that? Oh, the whole team. I'm sorry. This is Diddy's entire defense team. Over there. Yeah, that's who's talking. That's Tenny Garagos right now, co-lead. Big win for her. Father Mark Garagos was just talking before. It's a big win. This is his daughter, Tenny, co-lead counsel with Mark Agnifilo, who's standing beside her. Oh, okay, sorry. Beside Tenny is Brian Steele. Beside Brian Steele, I don't know that lady, I forget her name. Then beside her is Drexler. And then beside Drexler, the young lawyer, is Shapiro. Strong, strong legal team. Beside Mark Ignifilo is Nicole Westmoreland, that's the black lawyer. And beside Nicole Westmoreland is Xavier Donaldson. This is Diddy's dream team. Do we stay here or do we go?
Will you say hello? Thank you. Yeah, this is Queens Plus, man. I'm seeing us in this video, whatever. And they really was supposed to be like that.
Everybody loves Brian. This is Young Thug's lawyer. He got Young Thug off. Well, not off, but a plea deal.
A lot of people love it. You know? That's another story, but I want to let y'all know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was trying to tell. I was like, so, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I just want to let that know. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sincerely. No, actually I did. I saw you over there. I saw him earlier. We were sitting over there in the far end corner. Like he had
Woo, Nicole! Woo! Nicole's a boss, yo.
They wouldn't let us move.
You guys good? Should I stay here? All right. I think I'm gonna bounce, guys, because we can't even hear them, right? Okay, here, I'm gonna go. Sorry, guys, can I leave? Sorry. Okay, guys, I'm leaving, okay? No, stay? Should I stay or should I leave, guys? Please tell me. I know we can't hear what they're saying. Nobody can hear what they're saying. Only the mics. Somebody said leave. Yeah, okay, we're leaving, guys. Oh, there's some say stay, some. Okay, we're leaving 2 minutes. They're done. They're done. This is Xavier Donaldson. Woo!
Shout out to T man, Charlucci around here, so T around here. So I don't know who Shaq was. T, shout out to you, shout out to Bone, shout out to everybody. Say my name, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them. I just introduced myself to New York. Shout out to Clash.
What do you want to do?
I mean, the guy that.
How they went?
Yeah.
We're in the pen right now.
I mean, they don't want us doing interviews out here on the street, so I
No,
have to.
he's not going to come to us over here. We're in the pen.
I was trying to get you guys in a little closer.
Well, get on the left hand side of her that way.
Sorry.
Put your arm up, yeah, her head. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't they have them speak in a speaker so we could hear what they're saying?
It is a press conference. Mark Agnifilo, I forgot what this gentleman is. Yeah, he was the one that defended Young Thug.
Oh, gotcha. Salute Donaldson.
Woo!
Donaldson, thank you, Taylor. Kept you sharp.
Are we done now?
Brother.
All right, good job, guys. Who else is talking? Nobody. Oh. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce out of here, okay? All right. Sorry, guys. Just going to get out of here. Sorry. All right, guys. There's no point in staying there. We can't hear anything, but All right, we're gonna just go here and go back to my spot and let you guys know the rest of the day, okay? I can cross your officer? All right, I'm gonna go back to my spot, let you guys know the rest of the day, okay? Hang in there, hang in there. All right. All right, so where were we when we left off? Diddy was in a prayer, all right? All right, here we go, we back. All right, back here taking you through the day, all right? Oh, hold on, let me take off this bag. All right, I don't think we're gonna move for the rest of the day. All right. I hope Ben didn't come out and I missed them already. All right. Whew, yeah, that sucked over there because you couldn't even hear anything. Nobody can hear anything. They're just standing around watching. They should have put like microphones on them or something. All right, so I was at when Diddy was giving his prayer. His family clapped. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys the books. A lot of people ask me what the books were. Diddy was reading The Power of Positive Thinking and The Happiness Advantage. Those are the two books that Diddy were reading. All right, now let me take you to when we got the note, okay? And I know I told you guys this a little bit earlier, but for those who miss it, I just want to run through the entire day. I want one video where we encapsulate everything, okay? I want to take you through the entire morning till the afternoon. Hang in there. We will get there. So the note comes in at 9:52 a.m. Most people think, including me, this is probably a note asking, because we know they're deliberating over RICO. So they're probably asking for a note. Let's get some transcripts. Let's have some questions. We're like, all right, okay, cool. All of Diddy's legal team goes into the back where Diddy is. They're conversing with him there. The floor is empty. All we can hear is chains dropping. Now we know that Diddy is coming out to go into the front. The judge comes out and he reads the note. And he says, the lawyers are shaking their head and he says, sorry here, I'm a little bit confused. Diddy walks in and he has a smile. Crazy security in the back. Oh, sorry. I understand now what's happening. Sorry, going to that press conference kind of mixed me up a little. Lynn, Elijah, thank you very much for the super chat. Hold on, I think I got another super chat. All right, so Diddy's in the back. He knows there's a note. He comes in. Diddy's lawyers come in with him. Then all of a sudden I turn around and there's marshals. Normally there's like 1 or 2 marshals by the door. I turn around and there's like 10 marshals back there and I'm like, what's going on? More of Diddy's family rushes in and I'm like, this looks like it could be a little bit more than a note. The room starts filling in. All of a sudden by 10:13, there is standing room only and now we know we have a verdict. At 9:52, the note came in. By 10:13, we all knew that we were getting a verdict. And I'm telling you, the feeling in the courtroom, and this is what I try to explain to you guys and try to give you guys because you can't get this over transcripts or Twitter feeds. It was an emotion of like a fear, an emotion of, how can I describe it? Like, just like the anticipation. You felt like you were on a cliffhanger. You felt like, I'm happy this moment is here, but I don't want it to be here. Just the looks on the family's faces, the fact that they got 4 verdicts and then after 1 hour of deliberation, they came back with RICO. I don't know what was going on in everyone's mind, but the feeling that I had or the feeling that I could feel in the courtroom was that it was negative. That is how I think Diddy was feeling and how I think maybe some people on his family and team were thinking. The fact that they came back right away with a verdict. Diddy, and he says, okay, I'm gonna open a note from the jury, and he says, the note says the jury has reached a verdict. So all of our fears, Diddy knows the fate of his life is resting in this envelope, and now he knows he's about to hear it in about 5 minutes. He is gonna find out if he's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail or not. There, the lawyers are back into the courtroom now, if you guys are wondering what's going on. All right. Yeah, so sorry, where was I? Sorry guys, I'm a little all over the place today because there's so much going on. Okay, so the judge says we have a verdict. Diddy sits down and he has his head bowed down. I just want to make sure we're not, All right, it's just the lawyers kind of like filtering in and like talking with the people, I think. It's all barred off, so we can't go in there. All right, the lawyers are going back in the courtroom, guys, okay? That's all that is. The lawyers are going back into the courtroom. There you go. Mark, all of them, they're going back in the courtroom. All right, the crowd is going to dissipate and leave now, and I'll be able to concentrate. Okay, sorry, guys. So, some of Diddy's lawyers are smiling. Drexler, who is the young lawyer who I really like, looks at me and does this. And I was like, that was the first, you know when you look at somebody and you give them like a confident nod, like, I got this. And I was like, wow, he was the first person in the entire room on Diddy's side of things that I felt any sort of, people are running down the street, that I felt any sort of positiveness. I've talked with you guys about him before. I feel like this kid is like a savant, like he knows the law like the back of his hand. He was the first lawyer and the first one that signaled to me that he was feeling positive. He's like, I was like, all right, cool, all right. So now what is going on, yo? All right, they barricaded a place in the, I don't know what is going on around here. All right, everybody has their phone. I don't want to go back over there, so. All right, if something big is going on. Do you guys have any idea what's going on that side? Okay, now more people are going. Oh my gosh. This is the, all right, let me know if there's something important, if I need to go over there, okay? It's the Diddy trial. Yeah, he beat all 3 charges. I don't want to go over there and like it's people like spraying baby oil all over each other. It's craziness. Hold on, look, everyone's moving. Everyone's moving from that location to this location. I bet you nothing is going on, guys. Stick with me, okay? If there's anything, I'll bring you over there. All right, so the judge says we do have a verdict from the jury, and I am now going to bring the jury in. So the judge brings the jury in, and right away I'm trying to get a read off of the jury because the jury right now at this moment at around 10:15, 10:20, they're the only ones that know that it's not guilty, right? All right, see, everyone's leaving now. I bet you it was somebody. This morning, people were in the crowd dancing, doing a Harlem Shake, spraying baby oil and Astroglide around each other. I'm telling you, shout out to the Southern District of New York, all right? So, the judge says, jury, please give the mic to the foreman. The foreman is juror number 5. The judge says, Your Honor, the judge says, juror number 5, have you guys reached a verdict? Juror number 5 says, yes. He says, have you guys reached a unanimous decision on all 5 counts? He says, yes. I think Diddy's son has come back. Christian and Justin are back. Christian and Justin are back. Why are they back? Christian and Justin has just come back. Oh, they came off to drop off Charlucci. Charlucci's the guy that walks around with the free Diddy t-shirt. Crazy, right? With the Charlucci, that's... All right, nothing going on. Everyone's gonna leave soon, all right? It will be me, you guys, and the rat then. Okay, so the judge says, you guys reached a unanimous decision? Yes. He said, okay, clerk, please take the verdict sheet from the juror and hand it to me. He hands it to the judge. The judge takes like 3 or 4 minutes to go over the sheet. It's 3 pages. I don't know why you have to be so dramatic. He's like, I know he's checking to make sure that the jurors made no mistake, but he's looking. He gives it back to the clerk and he's like, okay, I approve this. So now there are 13 people in the world that know the verdict, the jurors and the judge. So he gives it back to the judge and the floor person takes the mic and the judge says, floor person, juror number 5, under RICO, how do you find the defendant, Sean Diddy Combs? Juror number 5 literally waits, checks the microphone and says, we find him not guilty. Like, the breaths in the court. I'm telling you, I would say at least 80–85% of the people thought that was going to come back not guilty. That was what they were hung over, and it was only 1 hour of deliberation. I cannot wait until somebody interviews these jurors, hopefully maybe me, to find out what did they say to these jurors in 45 minutes to convince them to be not guilty on RICO. Because don't forget, if they were hung, that means that there were some jurors that thought he was guilty. What happened in 45 minutes that they were able to convince multiple jurors, because the note was multiple jurors, that were gonna charge guilty for RICO? Diddy escaped spending the rest of his life in jail by like 45 minutes. It's all it took, 45 minutes to be like, yo, you cannot convict him on RICO, and he got found not guilty. What? I think Charlucci is. Anyways, who knows what Charlucci's doing? CNN, everybody's doing. Hold on, guys. All right, I'll keep a watchful eye on what's going on. All right, so everybody's like gasped, like, oh, not guilty, RICO? What? Then the judge says, all right, juror number 5, Foreman, what do you call Cassie? SEX trafficking, force, fraud, or coercion. He says, we find the defendant not guilty. That's when people are like, yeah! Like, not a cheer, but like a, there was shock with RICO, and then they let out the, no way. If they could talk, and by the way, the judge, before he read the verdict, it was like, whatever you do not express yourself, do not say anything, do not make any movements. No matter what happens, you're not allowed to express yourself. I will kick you out of my court. So it was like, RICO, not guilty. Cassie, not guilty. No, literally that's how it was. Then it was, Cassie, under the Mann Act, how do you find a defendant? That's when he said guilty. And it was like, oh, you're like, hold on, there's so many emotions. Like, RICO was shocking, force, fraud, or coercion was excitement, and then guilty for the Mann Act. So many different emotions, but you can't let it out. It was so weird. However, just to let you know, everybody pretty much assumed that he would be found guilty for the Mann Act. I've been saying it for weeks. Anybody who you talk to, the Mann Act was pretty obvious to be convicted of, and it's a far lesser charge than RICO. The minimum sentence is probation, the maximum is 10 years. There's no way he will get 10 years. So even though he was found guilty on that, you were so happy, they were so happy he was not found guilty on RICO, and so happy he was not found guilty on force, fraud, and coercion. And for those who don't know, force, fraud, and coercion is a minimum of 15 years. RICO is life. So when you hear a charge that you could have got life on, not guilty, and then you hear a charge that was minimum 15 years, not guilty, you're like, yo, who cares that I got the Mann Act guilty, all right? So people were still happy, although kind of disappointed. What up? Trent Out Loud on YouTube. Now, he goes to Jane. Jury, how do you find the defendant? Guys, I'm going to be on Pick 6, some news station was just recording me. Shout out to Trent Out Loud. Then he goes, all right, floor person, juror number 6, how do you find Jane under force, fraud, or coercion? Everybody waits, everybody's tensed up because you're like, what's gonna happen? We find the defendant not guilty. This is the most noise let out now because the next charge after is the Mann Act with Jane, and it's like, you're probably gonna get Jane, but the fact that he was not guilty under force, fraud, or coercion with Jane, they started celebrating. And I'm just one person, but it was like, yes, yeah, oh, you heard like hands clapping, like little stuff like that. And of course the judge is not gonna say anything and kick his family out. So RICO, shocked. Cassie, a little bit of celebration. Jane, not guilty. That's when like the applause happened, but still very, very lightly to respect the court. Diddy turns around to his family and does this. Again, he's not supposed to do anything like that, right? But he turns around, he's like, yes. Mark turns around and hugs Tenny. The family, I saw some of the family crying, wiping their eyes. Juror number 12, who is the black girl with the pulled back hair, who I have been saying from jump, she loves Diddy. She totally is on his side. She definitely wants to go to hang out with Diddy at all his, like she is always smiling or whatever. And I'm like, she definitely will not find Diddy guilty on any charges. I said it from the beginning, from the first time I saw the jury, I was like, this lady for sure. I told you guys, her and Pearl, who was like the grandma, we've dubbed and called her Pearl. I was like, I know these two are voting Diddy not guilty. She was the only juror that smiled and cracked any smile. At this point, the judge says, please pass the mic to all the jurors. I would like to confirm that these are their votes. So every juror from the first one on down, yes, this is my vote. Yes, this is my vote. Yes, this is my vote. I was looking at all of them, stone face, not happy, not sad, nothing. When it got to juror number 12, she goes, yes, that's my vote, with a big smile. Trust me, trust me, trust me. From the beginning, I knew that she was on Diddy's side. Diddy now hugs Tenny. I have somebody here smiling. Like, I'm literally like getting pushed down, writing. It's a little scribbly. The judge instructs the jury and tells them this. Jury, thank you so much for your time. I'm gonna release you now. You guys can go back to your families. You could go watch CNN. You could watch the Trent Out Loud live on YouTube. You could do whatever you want. As you guys know, the jury was not sequestered, but they were not allowed to speak with the media. They weren't allowed to look at anything on their phones. They weren't allowed to do anything. So the judge, hold up. So the judge was like, that order is now gone. You could do whatever you want to do. Go wild. He did say, it's up to you if you want to do interviews. Of course, the media is going to try to talk to you, and they're going to try to get interviews. You can say and do whatever you want about the trial, but what you cannot do is that you cannot talk about your other jurors. You cannot say about what other jurors were thinking, because it's up to them to talk about what they want to talk about, okay? So that was the jury instruction. Diddy turns around and smiles. More members of his family are crying. Diddy now is still seated. He looks to the sky, and I could only assume that he's like, thank you, God, thank you, God. He's literally like, huh. Remember I told you at the beginning, his head was down in like almost like a defeated state. Now that he knows that he beat Rico and he beat both SEX trafficking charges, he had his head held super high. Hold on, should be real. Okay, so then now Mark gets up. Hold on, I just want to make sure that I'm good here. Hold on. Where is Diddy? Hold on, I just want to make sure. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Diddy smile like crime, just to the jury instruction. Hold on. Hold up. Because there's a part where Diddy... Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, good. All right. So now Diddy is still seated. Everybody is still seated. The judge is still on the bench, okay? Mark gets up now with Diddy's head held in the sky. Guys, I'm going to take off these glasses. It's hurting my eyes. Whew. I'm so hot out here. Gosh. Okay, so Diddy has his head looked up to the sky. Mark gets up and says, Your Honor, thank you very much for all your time or whatever. We want to talk to you right away about bail, okay? So again, I'm walking you guys through, stay with me. I'm gonna tell you all the conversations leading up. We did start the show, obviously we know he didn't get bail, but I want to tell you all the things that Mark was trying to get him bail, although we do know that he failed at it, okay? So this is now around 11 a.m. Mark says, Your Honor, my client, Sean Diddy Combs, is no longer charged with SEX trafficking under forced fraud or coercion, and he is no longer under the RICO, or charged for the RICO Act. He's been exonerated. I move to release him immediately, Your Honor, so that he could spend time with his family and on Star Island. Mark asked the judge for Diddy to be let go, to be released, even though that he was still found guilty on 2 charges of the Mann Act. He said, I want him to go home and I want him to go to Miami. I have his passport. I'm his lawyer, myself and Tenny Garagos. We have his passport. We will not let him leave. He's not a risk. The fact of him now being charged with the Mann Act is a far lesser crime, and I feel, and so does my team, we feel that he should be released immediately. We do know that he owns a plane. His plane is not anywhere near New York City. His plane is actually rented out to a charter company. I told you guys that a couple of weeks ago. Diddy has made $4.5 million since he's been in jail. People are renting out his plane. That's how he's making some extra money on the side. They say presently right now, his plane is in Maui. He will not get on his plane and he will not leave and go anywhere. Tracy Miller, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for your professionalism and reporting and unbiased fashion. Thank you so much, Tracy. I really appreciate that. So he said, Your Honor, please do not keep him. This is his first conviction and he should be released, okay? And please do that today. We are willing to offer you guys a bond of $1 million. And the judge says, okay, Mark, I just want to slow down. I know that you're very happy. Mark was super excited. He's like, I just want to make sure, Mark, I want to make sure that I have this on record. Are you saying that I should literally release Diddy and have him walk out the courtroom right now, out of this desk, out of this front door? And Mark was like, okay, Your Honor, I understand you're trying to make a point here. I understand there's a logistic reason. Shauna Gilmore, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate y'all. Said, Your Honor, I understand what you're saying. No, I don't mean for him to walk out this door right now, but I would like for him to be processed and released at some time today. We do know that there's a bail package. So indirectly, the judge was like, Mark, calm down a little, bro, okay? Mark, and he said, okay, Mark, continue. Mark said, we were willing to offer up $1 million and we're willing to restrict his travels within the United States for him to travel to Florida, New York, and then Tenny kind of like taps Mark and he goes, and LA, because you know he still got a house in LA, right? They're basically like, yo, if we're gonna try, let's try all the way. Tony Ports, thank you so much for the super emoji. The government stands up and is like, hold on, Your Honor. Marine Comey's like, no. There'll be no releasing of the prisoner. Let's not get it twisted. Yes, he beat us on RICO. Yes, he beat us on force, fraud, and coercion. However, he is still being charged and he is still found guilty for 2 counts under the Mann Act, and he is facing a maximum of up to 20 years. He does not have any respect for the law. We have seen him on tape where he was, sorry, not on tape. We have proof that he put hands on Jane while he was under investigation. When we arrested him, he had DRUG in his hotel room. We feel like he would commit crimes again. He has been proven multiple times to be very violent. The government seeks for him to have a long prison sentence, and we do not want you to release him on bail today. Maureen is just a hater because she got beat on RICO. Maureen, if you're seeing this, stop hating, yo. Anyways, I'm just joking. Whoa. There's a B. So the judge is like, okay, guys, I heard both sides, like he always does. I heard both sides. I would like to take a break. You guys send me your letters, put everything that you said in writing, send me an email. We'll come back at 1 o'clock. And I'll let you know my decision on bail. Sorry, there's like things like moving around here. The judge, Mark says, Your Honor, just before we break, I would just like to let you know, everything that Maureen Comey just said is ridiculous. Diddy was just facing life in prison. He would be a fool to squander this opportunity. If Your Honor lets him out on bail today, I can almost promise you that he'll be a model citizen. He knows that he has a new lease on life. He knows that he has a new opportunity. He would never do anything along those lines or be violent with anybody. We'll send you your letters. I just want to let you know what Maureen Comey just said was basically ridiculous. Those are not his words, but I'm just talking in layman terms. So the judge said, all right, Your Honor. The judge says, okay, I will take this in consideration. Listen to this. This was a cool moment. Again, you won't see this on transcripts. So the judge gets up, all rise. The judge gets up and he leaves the courtroom. Now we're free to do whatever we want. Diddy turns around, he pushes his chair out, and he falls to his knees, guys. He falls to his knees. He puts his hand on the chair in a praying position and prays to God on his knees. The marshals are around him. Mark is around him. The other lawyers are around them, and they're just like, yo, just let him be. Just let him be. Just put yourself in his situation for a second. You guys can pass, it's no problem. Thank you though, I appreciate you. Just think about it. This guy was sitting there, and I understand some of you might feel like he's guilty and there's a reason why he's there, etc. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just, put yourself in a situation when somebody is facing life, facing counts of minimum of 15 years, and to find out that a jury of your peers in the Southern District of New York has let you free and has only found you guilty on lesser charges of the Mann Act. Like, the release of tension, the joy, the you know, what he must be letting out, it's inexplicable. And I feel like that's why he didn't go to his knees, guys. He dropped to his knees. I can't act it out. You won't even see me, but this man dropped to his knees. His family started crying. Tenny came around the bench, hugged his 2 girls, because, you know, Diddy has the marshals there. He's still a prisoner. He cannot come around and hug anybody. They start clapping. Diddy starts cheering. He's like, yes, yes. Now he can let all his emotions out. He gets up. He's like, yes. He's like, I told y'all. Mark Agnifilo, the first time I've seen him do this, he's like, yeah, yeah. He's acting like a little kid, like, I don't know, like that just, hit a three-pointer at the end of a game. Like, that's what it felt like. It was like, 3 seconds left. Diddy's defense team has the ball. Mark Agnifilo throws up a wild three-pointer because his closing arguments were brilliant, but still wild. And it's like they're all watching it and they see it swish go in. They just won the finals in Game 7. So he was like, yes, yes, they're all hugging each other. All the lawyers are hugging each other. The family is crying. They're hugging each other. Tenny comes around and starts crying, hugging the twins. It was just a really, really nice moment. They cheered. And what happened next kind of bothered me a little bit. Diddy was, hugging his legal team, which he's allowed to do, but he kind of made a little bit of a gesture to go a little bit closer to his family, and the marshal got in his way and stopped him and kind of forced him to go to the back. Now, I understand he's still a prisoner, I get it. I just think it would have been just a little more understanding to not push him and shove him to the back and just give him a little time with his family. It's not like he's trying to like hang out with his buddies, but anyways, they cut the excitement, they cut the celebration short, and Diddy was returned back into his cell where he had to go await to see bail, okay? Now, this was all around 11:30. We were told to come back at 1. We go down to the cafeteria. His kids are there. The mom is there. The lawyers are walking around. Everyone's super excited. But I spoke with people on this camp, and I'm like, yo, like, how do you guys feel? Like, how come you guys are not a little bit more excited? You guys are excited in the courtroom, but your guys are kind of like a little bit, they're like, listen, we want to just make sure that he gets bail. We want to make sure he comes home. And of course, we in the gallery are just thinking about, like the media and the coverage and the excitement and or whatever. His family wants him home. Oh my gosh, the fucking rat. Oh my gosh. I was literally going to say to you guys, yo, he came mad close today, yo. Oh. Yo, Ben is here, guys. Yo, I thought Ben was going to run at me. I can't wait to watch this back. I just got super shook, yo. Yo. Let me show you guys where I am. You see that pothole, that mansewer right there? That's how close. Most times he's at the second one. Today he ran. I hope he runs out so you guys can see him. He ran literally he ran right here, yo. Anyways, sorry. Yo, Ben came to say bye to me, yo. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna let you leave without saying bye. Wow. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Ben, the two of us, we look no more. Later, Ben. I'm not even that scared of you anymore, but why does he run out like that? Why can't he just like come up on the sidewalk, pick his little head up, just chill, and just, why does he always have to run so quickly like that, man? It drives me nuts. Anyways, I'm really just waiting to see if he runs back out so I could show you guys. Ben? Anyways, okay, so where was I? So now we go, Ben came out right at lunchtime. Anyways, so now we're in the cafeteria and we're talking to people. And so yes, this is what I'm asking his family. I'm like, yo, like, aren't you guys excited? And they're excited, but this is why I'm trying to tell you that why it's so important to like talk to the family and at least like understand where they're coming from. Yes, are they happy that their father is not facing life? For sure. Are they happy that he beat SEX trafficking, first fraud and coercion? Yes, but they want their father home. His mom wants his mother wants her son home. His sisters want their brother home. You know what I mean? And again, I understand that he's brought this amongst himself. Some of you are going to think, but it really was like, oh yeah, it's just not about charges. It's about coming home. And they didn't want to let too much of the celebration get to them, and they really wanted to concentrate on making sure he gets bail. And as you guys know, he didn't get bail, so I guess the family had a hunch. Now, while during lunch, see you later, bro. Now, during lunch, people came around with photocopies of some letters. Cassie sent a letter to the judge. I don't have the letter. but I read it. It was a photocopy of it. And in the letter, she says, Your Honor, I've learned the fact that now Diddy has been charged with, the Mann Act, and I know he beat these other things. However, I really don't think that you should let him out on bail. I feel like he poses a threat to the people that testified against him and the community. Y'all have to decide on if you thought that was fair or whatever. Cassie sent a letter to the judge. And also, Dante Nash sent a letter to the judge saying that she feels like Diddy will be a menace to society. He feels threatened if Diddy is let out of jail. They feel like the judge shouldn't let him out, and they're fearful of him. Okay. Somebody said that there was another letter. I don't want to talk about things I don't know, but I can confirm myself I read 2 letters. I think it's Pap's Kitchen with the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get to your questions, guys, soon. I'm just gonna tell you what happened at the rest of the day, okay? So, oh my gosh, you scared the shit out of me.
Finally.
This rat just ran by me, so I'm scared.
New York.
It was so nice meeting you, man. So
Thank you
cool.
for being professional
Totally
and doing
over.
all the things.
I tried to, you
We
know.
all tried to figure out
Yeah,
what it was going to be.
exactly.
What the verdict was.
Exactly. Tried to stay biased and just report everything that's going on, you know? Exactly. All right. It was so nice meeting you. Take care. All right. So now we're having lunch, and the time gets keep getting pushed. It was supposed to be 1 o'clock. Then I go upstairs. They're like, nope, it's going to be 2 o'clock. Then they pushed it. They're like, no, the judge needs more time. And when they said the judge needed more time to figure out if he wants to give Diddy bail, I thought that was a positive thing. I was like, good on him that he's really taking everything into consideration. He's taking in case studies to find out if he should give Diddy bail or not. Then we find out, all right, we're gonna let the people back into court at 5 p.m. We're gonna let you guys know if Diddy is gonna get bail at 5 p.m. So from 11:30 to 5 p.m., Diddy's team is working diligently to find out case studies and give them reasons why Diddy should get bail. But on the flip side also, the prosecution is also sending the judge as much information as he can to not give him bail. So we finally get an announcement. Court will be back in session at 5 p.m., okay? So let me bring you through what happens at 5 p.m. The courtroom is once again full. All his family, standing room only. All the marshals, everybody is there. I feel like there's even a little bit more people this time, okay? Maureen Comey looks like she's defeated, but she's still smiling. She has a way of making this little like weird kind of smirk and doesn't look at us. I told you Diddy's team and all of them like talk to us. She has this little like, that's exactly what she does. She walks like this. Like, you know you lost big time, but you don't want to look like you've been defeated. So she has this little smirk on her face. The air in the courtroom that was there in the morning time, it feels like it's lifted. His family, friends, and people that are there have a weight lifted off their shoulders that he's not been found guilty of RICO. He's not been found guilty of force, fraud, and coercion. And it's later, but they're still a little bit worried, like I said, and I understood at lunch. The outside world is focused on the charges. The inside world, his family, they want their son, they want their dad, they want their brother-in-law, they want their uncle home. So the family is still very, very concerned at this time. Few of the kids are smiling. Mark walks in, and the other lawyers walk in, and he gives a big smile. The lawyers seem pretty confident. 5:15, the judge walks in. The judge walks in, goes over the charges, and he goes right away and says, all right, guys, I got all your emails and all your case studies. I have made a decision on what I'm gonna do with Diddy, with giving Sean Combs bail, and bail has been denied. And again, it was like, oh, like all the excitement, all of the positivity the family was just given was just literally taken away from them. They thought they were getting their father, they thought they were getting their son, they thought they were getting their uncle home. At least the judge didn't like drag it out, but he came around and he said, Diddy did not show any exponential reasons on why he should be let out on bail. We feel that, well, the prosecution feels like he's a danger to community. His bail was denied Previously, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to deny it again today. During the trial, during the time where the defendant was under investigation, he committed DV, which putting hands on Jane. He says that during Mark Agnifalo's closing statements, listen to this carefully, guys. I know Diddy is not going to hold this against them, and I know Mark is not going to feel bad, but the judge used Mark Agnifalo's closing statement against him. During Mark's closing statement, to get his point to the jury to not charge for force, fraud, and coercion, he admitted that Diddy has a problem with violence. He said, if this was a DV case, if this was a case about Diddy putting hands on his girlfriends, Mark said he would not advise him to plead not guilty. He said if this was a DV case, he would tell him to plead guilty because he's guilty of that. And now the judge is saying, seeing that you said in your closing statements that he is violent and that he does put hands on people, for that reason alone, he does not prove any exponential reason on why I should let him go. You yourself said he was violent. Now, in hindsight, maybe he should not have repeated it so often in his closing statements, but looking back, I really don't think that he has any sort of regret to doing that, because at that time, his client, Sean Diddy Combs, was facing life in jail. And you do whatever you can to get your client off of life. And if it's admitting that your client has a problem with violence and you know that it can be used against you during bail, you take that risk. I still stand firm on Mark making an amazing closing statement, and I find it unfortunate that the judge used it against him. However, it's a calculated risk. He does have a problem with violence. He did put hands on Cassie. We see the CNN tape. We do know, if you believe Jane's testimony, that he put hands on Jane June the 8th, 2024. And for that reason, the judge said, you are not getting bail. I'll give you some more reasons. He also pointed to the London hotel that was also DV. And he says, I already told you this. He said when he was under investigation, I told you this earlier, but I just kind of sneaked and played this in. He said when he got arrested, he was in a hotel room and he had DRUGs. One of the really important things that the judge said, which I thought was a positive for Diddy, is he said, Mark, I just want to let you know, or even Mr. Combs, I just want to let you know, all the things that I'm saying now and all the reasons why I listed, why I'm not giving you bail, I am not necessarily going to use this for you during sentencing. That's a big, big statement that the judge said. We do think you're violent. Your lawyer admitted to you putting hands on people. Jane gave us pictures that you put hands on her on June 8th. However, at sentencing, I will not use these things against you. Why? Because at sentencing, it's not a bail consideration. It's sentencing for the crime that you committed and that you were found guilty of. So at sentencing, all of this DV stuff, all of this stuff goes out the window, and it's what should your charge be, what should your sentencing be for your charge of the Mann Act for Cassie and Jane. So that's a positive for Diddy, although I don't know if he's feeling that right now because he's still sitting in a jail cell while his family gets to go home or go to Miami or go to wherever it is that they're going. But important to note, at sentencing, they will not use any of these DV examples, Diddy putting hands on anybody, okay? The defense team suggests for sentencing 21 months to 27 months, which is 2 years, and he's already done a year. And the prosecution is suggesting 51 months to 56 months. If I do that quickly, so the prosecution is asking for 5 years-ish. Yeah, 5 years, 4.5 years. Prosecution is asking for 2 years, which is good, I want to give Marine and the prosecution a little bit of credit. They didn't try to say, yo, give him 10 years, which would have been crazy. They're asking for 5. Diddy's team is asking for 2. The judge says, I would just like to remind you guys that he has already served 10 months, which will go towards his sentencing. Now, let me stop here for 1 second and tell you guys something. Although some of you, and I agree with some of you, that he should be granted bail, but I also disagree with some of you that he should have been smarter while he was under investigation and they wouldn't have no excuse. to deny your bail. So I see it both ways. However, listen to this. He will be sentenced October the 3rd. If the judge would have let him out on bail today, his time served would have stopped today. So he was arrested September the 27th. We're July, so let's say July the 2nd, August the 7th, August the 2nd, September. So let's give him 10 months. If they would have let him out on bail, well, no, sorry, it would have been August, September, October. It would have been 3. So he would have had 3 more. He would have had 3 months out, but then he would have to come back October the 3rd in 3 months and get sentenced. And if his team is asking for sentencing of 21 months, that means you know he would go back to jail. So, having said that, maybe it is better off that he just stay in jail now because he knows he has to serve a minimum of at least another year. Stay in. It's already halfway through the summer. You're already used to MDC. Continue it. Go to your sentencing October the 3rd. Keep on being a model prisoner. I'm going to get to that soon. And just do your time. Diddy will probably be out in around a year from now. If he is on good behavior, maybe he'll be out in 6 months. So the silver lining of him being denied bail is he is going to have to serve this time anyways. What's the point of letting him come home now, get used to being out, and then October the 3rd, he has to go back in? Stay in, do your time, and just get it over with, all right? Again, that's the way I would present it to him if I was on his team, to think positively, okay? Mark said, we would like for this October 3rd sentencing to be expedited. The family started shaking their head. They're really not happy about all this. The government stands up and says, due to rule, blah, 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 we want to take our time with pre-sentencing. We don't want to rush anything. We want to keep it October the 3rd. This is where Marine is like being a hater. Bro, whatever the sentencing is, if he's going to be 21 months, he just wants to rush it so at least he knows what he's doing. Let the man have a quicker expedited sentencing. Mark stands up and says, listen, normal cases that people get tried for the Mann Act are people that are making a lot of money, people that are making millions of dollars. We've never seen a man, or we can't find a case study where a man has been found guilty of the Mann Act from using people and paying for sex and it be his girlfriend. Like, most of the time, it's people that have, like, you know, people in their basement and they're making millions off of it. Mark said that they found 4 cases today and none of them are even close to Diddy's. One of them was a PAMP. He pled guilty and he got let out on bail. This is Mark trying to get back to the bail thing. Then he brought out a second case. He was like, there was a guy that had a massage parlor and he made $1.3 million off of the Mann Act, and he only got sentenced 1 year and a day. We should let Diddy out in a couple of months. These are just case studies that Mark is trying to get. Then they gave you one other example where there was a member of the government, I think he was a senator, and he used the same kind of service that Diddy used, and he was never charged. Saying all of this, the judge, it was like, yo, this is like falling on deaf ears. We'll put this in an email. I'm not changing my mind, Mark. I'm not letting your client out of bail. I'm sorry. It's done. Mark continued trying. You got to give him credit. He continued trying. He said before he was charged, he tried to put himself in a program. You guys have to consider that. He said he could use, it's not really fair to use the violence against him. He said that he was a remarkable prisoner. Being a prisoner in MDC, there's been riots, there's been people. Man, be careful with your dog because there's a rat that lives inside there. Yeah, do not let him go in. Yes, you're welcome. He said he's been a remarkable prisoner. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in MDC. He has no problems. He's never, Charlucci is still here. He's been a remarkable prisoner, and we do not want to, we definitely think, again, we should let him out on bail. And he goes, I'm sorry, Your Honor, for keep on asking him, but his kids are out here. Please look at his kids. If I can, if I may. And then as he's like pleading to the judge while we're like, yo, we're talking about sentencing. Why are you going back to talk about bail? Again, just want to bring you guys through the whole court case. Diddy now puts his hand up. You're not supposed to do that. Diddy puts his hand up and Mark says, sorry, Your Honor. I know we're supposed to be talking about sentencing, but please can you just give me one more chance to talk to you about bail? This man really wants to go home to his kids. He's putting his hand up. I really want to see what he's saying. Maureen Comey, you go ahead and talk. I'm going to talk to Diddy. So Mark goes over, Maureen comes up and says, Your Honor, this is ridiculous. We talked about bail. You made a decision. He's not getting bail. Maureen comes up and says, this man is incredibly rich. He's incredibly wealthy. He is a flight risk. He owns a plane. He is very violent. He has no remorse. We seen him in a video putting his hands on Cassie. We have testimony that Jane said that he put hands on her. He is brutal. And this is how she was talking. She was listing things off. Like, she was mad that Mark had the audacity to ask for bail, knowing that he has all of these things against him. She reminded him, she said, Your Honor, when we arrested him, we caught him with DRUGs. The night that we arrested him, he was about to have another freak off. Please do not let him out on bail. Mark says, listen, Your Honor, I just spoke with my client. We'll send you guys emails. We would like to have one more shot at this, one more shot. There's something called a bail practice or bail something. And he said, let me talk with my lawyer. And this is the one thing I think Mark did that was wrong the whole trial. Listen to what he said. After Maureen just listed this off, he's rich, he's this, he's a flight risk, whatever, blah, blah. He said, Your Honor, I'm gonna stop talking. We'll send you an email. Just give me one more chance. I no longer, he said, after listening to Maureen Comey's last statement, I am now happy that we have a jury system. I just thought it was a little bit too far of a poke. He had his time to say whatever he wanted to. It's her right as a prosecutor to be able to fight for her side. As much as if you don't like it or not, she has a right for her side to say he's a flight risk and all this. For Mark Anifilo to get up and say, geez, after listening to Maureen, I'm really happy that we have the jury system. This is somebody who you have to work with. This is somebody who you continue to have to work with for pre-sentencing, the pre-sentencing report, under sentencing, and to try to get bail. I understand that he was frustrated. I understand that he was moved. I understand that he wants to bring Diddy home. I understand, I told you guys earlier, he pointed to his daughters and he was like, these girls lost one parent. Don't send them home tonight without another parent. I understand where Mark is coming from. I feel for him. I just feel like that last shot saying, wow, thank the Lord we have a jury system. Basically saying, I'm glad that we don't have to deal with Maureen Comey. I just think it was a little bit too far. He did walk the line with his closing statements, but I didn't feel like he necessarily had to take that risk today. Having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the day. I've taken you from 7 o'clock in the morning all the way to the judge denying his case. I did it all with all the press conferences and everything. I did it all in 92 minutes. That is the day, ladies and gentlemen. That is the entire day, man. It took me 93 minutes to let y'all know. Give me some Jamaican air horns in the building. Thank you very much. Y'all know I end off the day with patting myself on the back. Thank you very much. Let me know how I did. I always try to bring you inside the courtroom. The feelings, the emotions, the stuff that you can't get on the transcripts. That was the last day, day 35 of the Diddy trial. Letting you guys know, taking you guys behind the curtains. And Ben came out. Shout out to Ben. Some guns, some shots for Ben. Let me see some Jamaican flags in the chat. Let's go. Thank you. I'm still gonna get to your comments. I'm still gonna answer some questions. I wish I had a bottle of water or something, man. I'm hot, yo. Woo! We did it, man. My last day reporting on it. Well, I'll still talk about Diddy, but this is the last day, y'all. Oh, I forgot my microphone's here. Woo! We did it, y'all. Thank you for riding with me. Woo! Let's go. Woo! Yo, thank you. All right, let me get to the chat. Great coverage. Like all the Jamaican flags in the chat. Bear, 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 bear. Let's go. Let's go. Great coverage. Of course, I'll be back for sentencing. I'm not going nowhere. Mark is in a conference, says that the bail is still pending. Is there truth to that? Yes, this bail, this Bell something. It's called the Bell predicate or Bell something. Like I told you, they were talking about it at the end. Yo, guys, we're done. We are done, yo. We are done. Jacket's coming off. The sleeves are getting rolled up. We are done, yo. This will be the last time I report to you guys out of this block. Yes, I will definitely be back for sentencing. I wish I had like a round of applause machine. No more mornings. What am I gonna do tomorrow morning, yo? I'm gonna have to still come on lives a little bit, man. Awesome. Here, let me go through the chat. Awesome job, Trent. Brilliant journalism. You did great. Oops, hold on. Great journalism. Apply for a job on Fox. I know Fox should definitely hire me, man. I'm keeping it real. Bless you. Great job. Somebody said, go cool off. You're the best. Somebody said, are you single? Trust no one says, are you single? Shout out to the co-star Ben. For real, shout out to Ben. Round of applause for Ben the Rat. Ben, the two of us, we. Shout out to the co-star. Trent is full of energy. Imagine I only had one coffee today. Imagine if I had more. We up in here. Trent kept it real. When you're reporting from home, you're on point with your views. Totally, hold on, what? Trent kept it real. When you reported from your home, your point of view was totally different. Your attorney and, okay, that's not a nice comment. Why would I even read that? No negativity, yo. No negativity on this last day, all right? We keeping it positive. Hi, Trent. I think your message is getting lost. I've been following. Great job. You did all of this for $0. Y'all still playing with him. The judge is biased and trying to play like he is really not. You did an amazing job, Trent. Thank you very, very much. Robert Wolf had red flags. I don't know what that means. Mark is in a conference. He said bail is still pending. Yeah, we talked about that. Somebody said Cash App. I don't have a Cash App, but you could send me super chats. Have no fear. Kathy sent me a super chat. Thank you so much, Cassie, for the super chat. Thank you for the great coverage. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Another super chat's coming in. Jazz Mataz, thank you so much for the super chat. Amazing job. We will miss seeing your lives class act. Thank you so, so much. What else is going on? Somebody says, are you Jamaican? Of course I'm Jamaican. I wouldn't have these salutes without me being Jamaican. Trust no one says you're cute. Catherine says, will you be covering July 8th hearing? What July 8th hearing? This is July 8th hearing? I don't know, yo. Somebody says, is he free? No, I just want to make sure my jacket doesn't get dirty. Bro, stop looking. What, bro? Bro, stop looking and active, yes, and active, zesty, and get a job. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Somebody said something about a content creator. Somebody said, bye, Ben. Somebody said you did amazing. Air Hones basement party. Yo, I feel like having a basement bashment party right now, man. He did all of this for $0, y'all. Y'all still play with him. Thank you. Natasha Tower said, great job. Ben is an out louder for sure, man. Sad to see you go. Don't forget, y'all still tune into my daily podcast. I'll go, well, might take a little break, actually. I might take a couple of days off. I actually think, I really liked going live. I actually think I might try to start doing my podcast live, but let's not even talk about that right now. Let's just concentrate on the day. Demi gave me a round of applause. Maria said, amazing recountment of the trial. Thank you very much. Okay, I can't scroll up anymore, so I'll go back to scrolling down. Somebody said, go cool off. Trent, brilliant journalism, get some rest. You deserve it. Thank you so much. Do you think Diddy will change? Good question. We were talking about that today. I think Diddy, it's hard to change as a person, but I think Diddy learned a lot of lessons, and I think he will, I think he will change some of his ways. I think he'll move differently. At the end of the day, he still has a lot of responsibilities and a lot of bills to pay. He lost almost half his wealth. He's still worth, they said, close to $400 million. Don't forget, he still probably has to spend another year or so in jail, not the rest of his life. I think he'll make some changes, and I think he will be closer with his family. I think the days of, looking for an escape through DRUGs or an escape through women and SEX, I think he will change and maybe try to use his escapes with being with his family. We all go through hard times and we all go through things and we look for things for escapes. Some people escape through meditation. Some people go through escapes with reading a book. Some people go on vacation. Some people walk. Sometimes some people that are not fully healed and have some issues, they turn to DRUGs or they turn to some other negative addictions. I think him being inside for a year is able to cleanse himself. I hope he gets some therapy. I hope he gets some help, and I hope he comes out a different, changed person. That's my hope, and I said that whether he went inside or not. All right, I got some super chats. Monica Sora said, "You will be missed. I love your energy. Very uplifting to watch daily." Thank you so much, Monica. Really appreciate that. Next person, Tracy C said, "Great job with your fine self." Thank you, Tracy. Really appreciate that. All right, I'm staying on, man. I'm not rushing. I'm staying on. I'm staying on. I'm going through all the chats. I'm going through all the super chats. Jam Lee says, "Independent." T says, "You're handsome. Because of you, I follow you." Oh gosh, I lost it. The Trent Out Loud Show. I think I might change it from the Trent Out Loud podcast to the Trent Out Loud Show. You know, hey, what's up? Hey, you're gonna go with the nice tattoos? Yeah, nice tattoos. All right. Somebody says, "Are you single?" Yes, definitely, Tiffany. Somebody says, "Oh, Ben, I'll miss seeing you." Don't forget, I still have the channel, but you'll miss seeing me on this corner. Yes, this is the last day. By the way, guys, look at all the crowd. Everyone's gone. I'm always the last one staying here. I'm always the last one reporting for you guys. Like Mark today. Look at the crowd. Nobody's here. Everyone's gone. Yeah, boy. I got y'all, okay? Hold on, I'm trying to reach Antes for Trent. I like that. I'm gonna make a t-shirt. Antes for Trent. I like watching you more than, okay, I'm not gonna say the other person's name, but I appreciate you. I try not to hate on other content creators. Great job watching from, okay, you guys are putting so much stuff, but keep going. Trent the GOAT. Free Puff, blessings. Here, where are you from? I'm Jamaican, Floridian, and Canadian. I was born in Montreal, Canada. Will still be Diddy? What? Diddy? Oh, Diddy will still be Diddy. Oh, I just lost that. Man, thanks. Flowers. CNN needs you. Restore. See you later. Very humble man. Trent, thank you for being real. MVP reporting. Trent, you are a star. Trent, you are the best. Happy. Oh, I got a super chat. Profits something. Oh gosh, even missing super chats now. Yo, keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. Pardon from Trump. Cash App. Great job. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking the Ben is back. I think Ben's coming to say bye to me, but it was a bird. All right, keep it coming. I'm gonna read everything, yo. This is the last day. There is a July 8th hearing. A July 8th hearing on Diddy? Did something happen after I left the courtroom? There's a July 8th hearing on Diddy? I heard July 8th is a hearing, not on Diddy. They said July 8th at 2 o'clock. Maybe there's another bail. Maybe that's what they asked about for the, because they had the public go out. So maybe this is not the last one, guys. Maybe there's a July 8th. I don't know. We'll see. All right, big up to my countrymen. You are quite, oh, she scared the shit out of me. Yo. Free Diddy. Well done, Canada. I'm gonna look into this July 8th thing. Like I said, they asked all of us to leave, and Mark said that he was going to talk about something, a bell something. Maybe that could be it. Maybe there's one more chance of Diddy getting bail. I'll maybe come in for the day for that. We'll see. Good energy, bro. Great job. Keep watching from the UK. Great energy. Keep it up. Yep, Diddy talking to Mr. Trump. Ladybug 7, which is great job. Take off your shirt. Okay, we're not taking off the shirt. Jamaica in the building. The Don. Great job, Trent. Please follow other cases. I will definitely look into that. You guys have inspired me to follow other cases. Who knows? We'll see. Where is Ben, your course star? Ben is in his home, man. He came out to say bye to me one last time. Somebody said, no, okay, Trent the GOAT, awesome job. Love the Ben song. Yeah, that's Michael Jackson, Ben the Two of Us. He wrote that about his pet rat. You're the Don Hogon. Somebody put the GOAT symbol. Did Diddy not want Cassie to have his baby or marry him? Look what she did at the freak-offs. Make MTL proud, amazing job. Oh, this is K-Free. K-Free, what up? Yay, that's Montreal. I saw you in the shopping center. K-Free, what up? Making MTL proud, amazing job. Yeah, I heard that too about July 8th. All right, maybe that happened while I was outside here. Of course, I will let you guys know. It probably has something to do with his bail. I told you he made a last-ditch effort And then the Marine Comey comment just ended everything, and it was like, yo, we'll talk about it after. They had everybody exit the courtroom. So we had to stay, only family was allowed to stay. That may happen. And if it's July 8th is what now? July 4th is Friday. The 5th is Saturday. The 6th is Sunday. So Tuesday, July the 8th, 2 o'clock, boom, I'll be here, yo. All right, he needs rehab. I totally agree. Somebody said I agree. Somebody, okay, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, let me scroll a little bit. Good evening, Trent. You're a class act. I'm so glad that I found you. I will follow you from now on. Be safe and merry blessings to you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate y'all. He needs a wood chipper. I don't know what that means. I pray he gives his life to Christ. Great job keep going, watching from UK. Get you some much needed rest. For real, I am resting and chilling out. I feel like I have to sneeze. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Woo! All right. Sean Combs, I can't say that. The Don, move in with Rosie O'Donnell, but let us know when you're on live. For sure, you guys will get notifications. Don't forget to just, keep on following, liking, subscribing. Okay, you're the best. Miss you already, Trent. Your energy is amazing. Thank you. Love your commentary. Great job. Tiffany said he's blushing. I am kind of blushing a little. I appreciate y'all, man. Relax Lady said he needs more time with God. Aldorf said hello from North Korea. Yo, North Korea's in the building. Bam, 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 bam for North Korea. Great job. Is this live? Yes, it is live. Great job. He's pumped up. I'm always pumped up. Let's go. Is this live? The Dawn. Keep going. All right, I'll send another like 5 minutes. You're the best. You're the best. Love your work. Somebody said twerk sometimes. Last one standing for real, yo. Look at this. Look at this. I'm here, yo. Don't ask if you're single, but thank you for saying my name. I don't think it was you that asked me if I was single, Tiffany. I think it was somebody else who asked me. Sorry if I said your name. No, Tiffany did not ask me if I was single. Expedited sentencing hearing is scheduled. Oh, sentencing is July the 8th? Wow, so it moved up from October the 3rd to July the 8th. Thank you. I will definitely be back for that, 100%. Sentencing will be July the 8th. Perfect. But that's quick. How are they gonna get a pre-sentencing report and stuff? Okay, crazy work. All right, I'll maybe come on live tomorrow and let you guys know about sentencing or some more details, all right? Wow, I don't know how they worked that out after we left. Trent, are you banded from coffee? I don't know what BA, I don't know what that means, sorry. I don't know, Tez, maybe I'm not reading that. Trent, are you banned? Are you banned from coffee? Am I reading that right? Anyways, sorry. Thanks. Hey, Tez, thank you so much. I'm going to give you a shout out. You're always on every single one of my lives. Love you, man. You definitely need to do a live every once in a while. For sure, Kim, I will do more lives. Like I said, I might try my original podcast live, like from my studio and go live and do all those stories live. I don't know. I really like lives. I like talking with you guys. I like interacting with you guys. We will see. Trent, I watch you all the time. Message first time today. 4 times no response. Well, sweetie, I just got you, all right? There, I shouted you out. Sorry. Aaron J. Paul said, England in the house. England, what up? Greetings from Toronto, Canada. That's Jonathan Lloyd. Raymond, you keep asking about something about him in jail being unalive. Can you stop saying that? Come on. Relax Lady said, oh, wow. Tiffany said, I didn't ask if you were single, but thank you. Sorry, Tiffany, I don't know why I said your name. Watching from South Africa, Captain SA, South Africa. Bam, 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 bam. Love your energy. Monica said, always positive. Your smile is infectious. Thank you very much, Monica. Oh gosh, it's going so quickly. Okay, I gotta scroll down. Sorry if I'm missing some. Oh, there's super chats in here. Thank you for the super chat. NURD2125 for the super emoji. SP for July the 8th is the expedited sentencing date. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'll be here for it. Princetta as another super. Wow, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be able to have dinner tonight now. Here we go, here we go. Somebody said, thanks, your coverage is amazing, I appreciate you. Somebody said, yeah, I'm on Jamaica with the flag. Somebody said, Cassie, I'm not gonna repeat that. Can Puff, appeal bail hearing. Well, apparently what people are telling me in the chat, Puff. So I have to get information, guys. I came running out here to let you guys know what was going on. I'll find out research. I don't think you can appeal bail, but you could keep on asking and applying for more bail packages. So I think they're just gonna want to get the sentencing out the way, see what he has, and then after sentencing, maybe try to work. But once he gets sentenced, then yeah, I think they're probably, just off the top of my head, if they have a sentencing July the 8th, they're probably going to forget about bail now. And like I said earlier, forget about the bail. You know you're going to have to spend time, work on the sentencing, work on trying to get him off on, time served, work on trying to do whatever, or work on maybe it being a year and then you only have 3 more months. He's in there already. Do the time and just get out. I like this. I like the expedited sentencing. Work and try to, and remember, all of this DV, putting hands on people and all of this stuff has nothing to do with sentencing. Get the sentencing back. Maybe he comes out on July the 8th and he's out on time served. Who knows? All right, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. We love you, Trent. Awesome job. The Dawn. Somebody said, are you going bald? Are you joking? Do you see this hair? Bald? You crazy or what? You are the best. Thank you, Raquel. And Carmen said sentencing. Yes, I know now, guys, that sentencing is the 8th. That has come through while I was on live for you guys, okay? I wanted to come on live here for you guys. That must have happened when no press or people were in the courtroom. Guilty on 2 counts. Yes, we know. Tez says, bless you. Thank you, Tez. Love you, man. Also to Melva's also always in here. Thank you, Melva. I don't know if she's in here right now. Paul Jeffrey says, blessings to you. Sweetie says, I'm unhappy with you this morning, but we need to talk. Message me UK out louder. What? I don't even know what's going on there. Is that? Anyways. I don't know. Well, I don't know who that is, I think, but we'll talk about it after. Anyways, Barbara says, bless you. Kathy Taylor says, don't get sick. Of course not. Pamela says, UK time live. Richard says, freaky gal we love. Paul says, bless you. All right, let's go. Pamela, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Lamb. She asked if I will marry her. I don't know, I'll think about it. Richard said, North Korea has no internet. Your energy is infectious from Monica. Hey, Melva isn't here. Melva! Melva said, I'm glad it's over. Look, Melva's glad it's over. I know some people are glad it's over. I'm happy it's over in the sense that, like, we need to move on with things. But honestly, I'll tell you guys this. I had so much fun covering this trial, man. Like, I have had so much fun covering it, even when I was just at my studio at home recording it with you guys, reporting this to you guys. I went viral and got my YouTube plaque from reporting this story. Coming down to New York, meeting people from CNN, TMZ, ABC, NBC, and not just for like the connections and meeting people, but also just like, they're just nice, really good people. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brian from TMZ. I'm not gonna name names, I'm not like a big name dropper, but everybody knows who they are. They're all super supportive. So from Legacy Media, supporting an independent YouTuber, really cool. The Courtroom, the people know in the Courtroom who they are, always getting my seat. Super, super cool. Shout outs. I just had a great time. For me, it was very rewarding to be waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and being in downtown Manhattan before the traffic even gets here, starting off the day, doing more before most people do at 9 o'clock in the morning. I just felt invigorated. It was a challenge. I accepted that challenge and I defeated it like every day. And I felt so good. I was on live here with you guys at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Some people are just waking up. I was already on a train, ready, showered, ready to go. Had my coffee, had my Starbucks, ate my food. Like, I just feel proud of myself, man. And it was a really good experience. I challenged myself. And that is the part that I'm sad it's over. The waking up early in the morning, putting together information and putting on a show for you guys every morning for an hour, then coming out at lunch and putting on another show. And at the end of the day, putting on another show, doing the research. It was very challenging. There's a lot of times where I was like, ugh, I don't know if I have enough information. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. And you guys are always in the chat, like, good job, Trent, really good reporting. So that I'm going to miss, the challenging myself and overcoming those challenges and delivering it to you guys. That's why I always take these times out to like read the enjoyment that you guys are getting for it, because it takes a lot out of me, and I'm just really, really proud. I know I just had a little moment there, but I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss the challenge and being and reporting back to you guys, and you guys giving me great feedback. So that I will miss, definitely. But yes, the trial definitely had to come to an end. All right, let me just get to some more. Trent, you're the GOAT. Twerk sometimes. You are no longer allowed coffee. Tess is no longer allowed coffee. Oh, I'm banned from coffee. BANNED. Trent, you're banned from coffee. Woo! Sometimes my dyslexia gets me, y'all. Trent, you're banned from coffee. There was a lot of things that was going through my mind. Trent, you're banned from coffee. Tez, really funny. Tiffany said, we'll look into other cases. For sure. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna take a couple of days off, chill. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I still have my podcast. Maybe will I do my podcast in a live fashion? What up, brother?
Drinks. Do you want to come?
Yeah, text me. I'm gonna be like 5 more minutes, or just wait for me 5 minutes and I'll roll with y'all.
I'm gonna try to wait because she's waiting down the block.
Who's she? Well, don't say because I'm on the thing, in case you don't want to.
Siffendale.
Okay. Give me 5 minutes. I'm about to end off. I'm just saying my thank yous. Okay, fine. 4 minutes. Great, guys. I'm going to go to exactly 4 minutes. So 3 minutes and something left, okay? Just so I can get to exactly 2 hours, and then I will log off. All right, let me scroll all the way down. If you guys want to send me anything, I'm going to be on for literally 3 more minutes and 30 seconds, all right? Thank you guys so much. I really love you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys. Somebody said you're the best podcaster. Marlene Simmons, thank you. Tanisha Perry, yes, you could tell you were having a good time. Trent, you have a good heart. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Marissa said you should be extremely proud of yourself. The best TMZ needs you. Thank you so much. T. Bergs said you did so good. Thank you. Make or Well again said, do you agree with how another YouTuber, sorry, I don't talk about other YouTubers, I'm really sorry. Can you try other trials? I'll definitely look into that. Keep going, big doors will open up, thank you. Tez laughed at me not reading banned properly, I'm banned from coffee. Will you at least you won't see the rats under the cars anymore, thank you. But I kind of actually took a liking to him. Natasha Tower said, thank you. Art House said, excellent reporting and updates. Relax Lady said, ginger beer, so proud of you. Great job, Mom. Alex said, great job, Mom. You know Mom watches every single live. Mom, thank you so much. Thank you for holding it down. My mom yesterday when I wasn't able to get your signal, my mom texted me like, go to another location. I was so like, oh my gosh, trying to get the location. My own mother, who is horrible with like technology, even she was like, hello, go to another location. Mom, thanks for always supporting, watching my lives. Love you, Mom. And everybody in the comments and in the chat always loves my mom. Oh my gosh, Trent's mom raised a good kid. She did, man. Thank you, Mom. I love you, love you, love you. Alex, thank you for reminding me to thank my mom. Martiza B says, you're trying to move up the sentencing date from October sooner. Yeah, we already know that. Thank you. That came out when I was up here reporting to you guys. Subscribe now and we'll be on the lookout. Trent, you're so sweet. Great job from Sarna, Ontario. Jackie Taylor said, you definitely will be missed. Your energy is so great. I appreciate that you speak on everything from a neutral standpoint. Thank you very much, Jackie Taylor. Tez Ticket says, was there a sentencing? Thank you, Trent. You're the man. That was Tanya V. Michelle says, I will continue to watch. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right, let me get down to the end now. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Shout out to Trent's mom. You see, Mom, they love you. Mama Trent out loud. Tanisha, is that Tanisha? Sweetie said, Trent's mama, we love him. You did a good job. Thank you so much. My mom probably doesn't know how to like write a comment. That's probably why she's not commenting. What are you guys saying about, I'm going to look into that after. You guys are writing about another YouTuber. Let's keep it positive, guys. The last minute before I log off, last minute. D. Rich, thank you so much for, D. Rich, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my gosh. I'm going out to eat right now with the, oh, get a drink on me, D Rich. Thank you so much. Great reporting and very professional. I hope more doors open for you. Thank you so much, D Rich. Yes, I'm going out for a drink with the guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that, man. D Rich, I'll have a drink on you. Drake Cast next. Big up. Bad Boys coming out to play. Trent Out Loud. Can't wait. All right, 20 more seconds, guys. Send positive energy. Thank you for everything. Big up. God bless you, Trent. That's from Jackie Taylor. True Moxie gave me a cheers. Daz gave me a big up. Hold on. Got to get to the end. All right, here we go. Tiffany with a round of applause. Yeah, yo, you know what? I want to give a round of applause for the chat. Round of applause, yo. Round of applause to you guys. Bam, 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 bam. Riding with me, 7 a.m. Lunchtime at the end of the day. We rolling up our sleeves. We taking our jackets off. Thank you to you guys, yo. Woo! Take a bow, y'all. The Out Louders, yo. Woo! We killed it. We did a great job, man. We did a good job. Thank you. This is for you guys. This round of applause is for y'all, man. Staying up to date with this trial, with this case, yo, respect to y'all, man. Really appreciate you guys. All right. Thank you. I am logging off. We did 2 hours. Thank you all for riding with me. Don't forget to stay connected to the channel. We do a entertainment, political, and viral podcast every day. It is recorded. I will think about going live. You can follow me on Instagram at Trent Out Loud. Send me some DMs. I definitely want to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I love y'all. Gonna go have some drinks and chill out. Peace. This is the last time I'll be reporting from this building. Bye, 500 Pearl. Well, actually, I might be back for sentencing, but let's just keep it sentimental. Bye, 500 Pearl Street. Bye, Diddy Building. All right, guys, I'm signing off. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Peace. Love y'all, man.